if I was a vegan, and I am not, but if I was, I would be eating this bread or something like it. So let's go over what makes this bread. Ezekiel bread, sprouted organic grains, different, completely different from most store-bought bread you would buy. So typical bread would have wheat, processed, enriched, all of the bran has been removed, low fiber white bread. Even if you had whole wheat, that's a step up. This is whole grain bread. You're just going to have wheat. If it's not organic, it's going to be full of glyphosate, which is a potent antibiotic, carcinogen. Now, Ezekiel bread is full of wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and spelt. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of grains. I eat grains in moderation, and when I do eat grains, here's the reason I'm not a huge fan of them. Because of the anti-nutrients. Things like phytic acid are going to lower your absorption of minerals, rob your body of minerals, and can lead to deficiencies over time. Sprouted bread, sourdough bread, fermented and sprouted grains, beans are going to have less phytic acid, and the nutrients, minerals that are there will be more bioavailable. So you eat something like this, you're actually going to be getting more minerals. Instead of having minimal minerals plus anti-nutrients that rob you of minerals, this is actually going to be a net positive. If you tolerate the anti-nutrients in grains well, that's fine. This is the type of bread I eat because I tolerate it well. I'm not worried about it leading to deficiencies. So, like I said, a variety of grains is going to give you a broader spectrum of nutrients, and the fact that the anti-nutrients have been lowered, the nutrients that are there are more bioavailable, plus the ingredients. Most bread, and by this I mean pretty much every type of bread you will find in a typical grocery store, is going to have a laundry list of artificial, isolated mineral supplements that are put in there. Your body can't digest it. In order to digest it, your body is robbed of other minerals, leading to more deficiency. The forms these minerals are in and other nutrients as well are often toxic. Your body can't digest them. They're completely unnatural. And there's just a bunch of preservatives as well, things that aren't even supposed to have some kind of benefit. You look at this Ezekiel bread, all that's in here: organic sprouted wheat, filtered water, organic sprouted barley, organic sprouted millet, organic malted barley, organic sprouted lentils, organic sprouted soybeans, organic sprouted spelt, organic wheat gluten, yeast, sea salt. Not a single preservative. I keep this in my freezer, and whenever I want some, I take out a couple slices, I'll toast it, whatever. Actually, technically, toasting will lower the nutrient levels. I'm not too worried about that because, like I said, this is a good quality product. So if you are going to be including grains in your diet, be aware the reason that so many people are against grains is because, like I said, anti-nutrients, hard to digest, leads to deficiencies over time. Some people's bodies just simply don't tolerate gluten, but then they go eat sourdough bread, and that's great. Now, the one thing better than this would be if you could get sprouted flour and make your own homemade sourdough, because you're just not likely to find something that meets all those standards, plus is also sourdough. So even though this isn't sourdough, everything about it is absolutely perfect otherwise. Like I said, organic grains, less pesticides, no additives, preservatives. You want to be eating sprouted grains. Let's say you have a bunch of beans, just fresh, dried beans. You would want to soak those in water with a bit of salt for about 8 hours or so, because that will start to sprout them, doing everything I described, and the salt will help remove the phytic acid as well. So that's how you eat grains. If you are going to be including grains in your diet, you don't need to think, oh, grains are evil, unless you simply don't tolerate them. But if you are going to be eating them, be aware of the reasons that some people don't eat grains at all and eat the right kind of grains in the right form. So yeah, this type of bread you can buy at the store for $8, I think $7 for if you get the right kind. And you get a whole loaf of bread, plenty of calories in there. So just looking, like that sounds like a lot, $7, but let's see, we got 1,600 calories. If you're eating 2,000 calories a day, that means you could be living for $9 a day eating this type of food. So totally cheap when you look at the amount of food you're getting for that $7. Way more nutrition and benefit than you would get from like a $3 cheap loaf of bread. So totally worth it, super affordable. Would absolutely recommend anyone, vegan, not vegan, whatever you are, eat this kind of bread if you're going to be eating grains in your diet. Like I said, I'm not vegan. I don't eat that many grains. I eat a lot of animal products. I eat a lot of fruit. When I do eat grains, this is the type of grains I'm going to be looking for, and that's why.